As Travis and his girlfriend are in the building, that's always great to see.
Look here, Travis Kelce and his fiancée here at the game.
Thanks for coming.
The most famous woman on planet Earth was sitting courtside at a nationally televised NBA playoff game last night. She was shown on camera 3 separate times. Millions of people were watching, and not a single commentator said her name. Not once. Taylor Swift was at Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the New York Knicks at Rocket Arena in Cleveland. She was sitting next to her fiancé, Travis Kelce. The cameras found them in the first quarter. They showed the couple on screen, and the commentators, 3 grown men calling a professional basketball game for one of the biggest sports networks in America, referred to Taylor Swift as Travis Kelce's fiancé.
Look here, Travis Kelce and his fiancée here at the game.
Then they called her Travis Kelce's girlfriend. Then they showed her again, and again, no name, 3 camera shots, 3 references. 0 times her actual name was spoken. The internet erupted within seconds. Fans called it blatant disrespect. Others called it intentional trolling. Others said it was the most baffling broadcast decision of the entire NBA playoffs. And by this morning, the backlash has become bigger than the actual basketball game. Let me walk you through exactly what happened and why this is now the most talked about moment in sports broadcasting this year.
Yeah, of course, Andre and Andre were there before the game.
Here's how it went down. First quarter, Knicks leading the Cavs early. The broadcast cut to a shot of Travis and Taylor sitting courtside in premium seats at Rocket Arena. The play-by-play commentator looked at the screen and said, Travis Kelce and his fiancée here at the game. That was the introduction. Travis Kelce and his fiancée. Not Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, not the pop star Taylor Swift, not the most decorated artist in modern music history. His fiancée like she was someone nobody in the audience would recognize.
Look here, Travis Kelce and his fiancée here at the game.
The color commentator then followed up with his own take. As Travis and his girlfriend are in the building, that's always great to see. His girlfriend, not even fiancée this time. He downgraded her from fiancée to girlfriend on the same broadcast. Within minutes of each other, 2 different commentators, 2 different references. Neither one of them used her name.
As Travis and his girlfriend are in the building, that's always great to see.
And the third commentator on the panel then made the whole thing even more bizarre by asking the color commentator if he had been invited to the wedding. The wedding joke landed. The audience laughed. But the name Taylor Swift still had not been spoken. 3 men, 3 camera shots, 3 references to the couple. 0 times the name Taylor Swift came out of anyone's mouth.
I think the wedding plans are done. They're in good shape right now.
I got the invitation.
Now here is why this blew up so hard. Taylor Swift is not a random celebrity partner sitting courtside at a basketball game. She is the most streamed female artist of all time. She holds 15 #1 albums, the most among solo artists in chart history. Her most recent album debuted with 4 million equivalent units in its first week, the biggest opening since Adele's 25 in 2015. She has 40 career wins at the American Music Awards, more than any artist in the history of that ceremony. She performed the highest-grossing concert tour in the history of live music. She is a billionaire. She is arguably the single most recognizable human being walking the earth right now. And 3 commentators on a national broadcast referred to her as his fiancée and his girlfriend like she was someone the audience needed context to identify. The disrespect, whether intentional or not, was impossible to miss. Fans on social media pointed out that if the roles were reversed, if Travis was sitting courtside at a Taylor Swift concert, nobody would call him her boyfriend. They would say Travis Kelce, because names matter, especially when the person you're choosing not to name is the most famous woman alive. Some fans defended the commentators. They argued it was a joke, a bit, a deliberate troll designed to get a reaction. And if that was the intention, it worked. The clip went viral within minutes. It trended across every platform. It became the #1 conversation in sports media overnight. The commentators may have been playing a game within the game. They knew that not saying Taylor's name would generate more attention than saying it would. The strategy, if it was a strategy, was genius from a viral standpoint. but it came at the cost of making 3 professional broadcasters look like they were either afraid of a pop star's name or deliberately choosing to diminish her presence. Neither option is a great look. Now the courtside sighting itself was one of the biggest TViz moments of the entire month. Travis Kelce grew up in Cleveland Heights, just minutes from Rocket Arena. He wore a Cavaliers hat and a Cavaliers shirt to the game. The man was repping his hometown team with full pride. Taylor kept it neutral in a black top and jeans, not picking a side. When they entered the arena, fans in the stands stood up and gave Taylor a standing ovation. People were cheering. People were filming. The energy in the building shifted the moment she walked in. Travis was locked into the game, standing up during big plays, yelling at the refs, living and dying with every Cavaliers possession. Taylor watched him go crazy for his hometown team and loved every second of it. The Knicks won 121-108, extending their series lead to 3 games to none. And the Cavaliers dropped to 0-3 in games Taylor has attended. The curse is real. Every time she shows up, the home team loses. The Cavaliers also had a social media moment that Taylor and Travis completely ignored. Before the game, the Cavs posted what they called new rules for the playoff round. Rule number 1 was clear: if you're in the building, you are in uniform. Playoff t-shirt on from tip to final buzzer. Neither Taylor nor Travis wore the Cavaliers' playoff t-shirt. They showed up in their own outfits. They ignored the rule completely. And fans joked that Cavs owner Dan Gilbert needs to get personally involved if the most famous couple in the building is not wearing the team-issued shirt. The moment was lighthearted. The rule was clearly not enforced, but the image of Taylor and Travis casually ignoring the Cavaliers' dress code while sitting in the most visible seats in the arena was peak TViz energy.
Thanks for coming. Awesome. Hi, guys. Hi. Good, how are you?
Now, while Taylor was getting her name erased from a basketball broadcast, she was also making a major decision about tonight's American Music Awards. Sources confirmed that Taylor is not attending the 2026 AMAs happening tonight in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. She has 8 nominations. She has 40 career wins, more than any artist in the ceremony's history. She is the most decorated performer in AMA history, and she is not showing up. The reason is reportedly the same one that has been driving every decision for the past 2 months. Wedding prep. The ceremony is 39 days away. Taylor is reportedly focused on locking in final details: the dress fittings, the venue walkthroughs, the security briefings, the prenup, the guest calls, the bachelorette planning. Every minute of her time right now is reportedly being allocated toward July 3rd. The AMAs, as prestigious as they are, do not fit into the schedule. If Taylor is not going, Travis almost certainly is not going either. The couple will reportedly watch from home, and the AMAs will happen without the woman who has won more of their awards than anyone in history. Travis also has a scheduling conflict coming up that could create drama. Chiefs mandatory minicamp runs from June 9th through June 11th in Kansas City. Taylor is scheduled to perform at the Songwriters Hall of Fame induction ceremony on June 11th in New York City, the same day minicamp ends. Players who miss mandatory minicamp face fines. Travis reportedly wants to be at Taylor's performance. The question is whether the Chiefs will release him early on the final day of minicamp so he can fly to New York in time. If the team says no, Travis misses one of the most important performances of Taylor's career. If the team says yes, Travis makes it to the ceremony and stands in the crowd watching his fiancée perform just 22 days before their wedding. The scheduling conflict is real, the stakes are personal, and the resolution will tell you a lot about how the Chiefs organization is handling the final stretch of the TViz wedding countdown. So here's the bottom line. 3 commentators on a national broadcast refused to say Taylor Swift's name while she was sitting courtside at a nationally televised NBA playoff game. They called her his fiancée, they called her his girlfriend, they showed her on camera 3 times, they never used her name once. The backlash has been massive. Taylor and Travis were courtside at Rocket Arena in Cleveland for Cavaliers-Knicks Game 3. Travis repped his hometown in a Cavs hat. Taylor got a standing ovation walking in. The Cavs lost and fell to 0-3 with Taylor in attendance. Neither of them wore the Cavaliers' playoff t-shirt. Taylor is not attending the AMAs tonight despite 8 nominations and 40 career wins. Travis has a minicamp conflict with Taylor's Songwriters Hall of Fame performance on June 11th. 39 days until the wedding. The most famous woman on earth sat courtside at a basketball game and the commentators would not say her name. The backlash will last longer than the series, and Taylor Swift, whether they say her name or not, is still the biggest story in every room she walks into. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.